Hey, good morning. Welcome in. Let's go ahead and see who we're going to get a message for today. All right, Virgo. Virgo, you're up. We're going to be talking about your fourth house. So home, stability, father, lineage, and you have sun energy. So your vitality, how you show up. Virgo and Virgo placements. Let's see what the fourth house has in store for you. What themes are we wanting to explore for Virgo today? What message does Virgo need to hear? We just had that. We just had the Libra. We are sitting in the energy of the Libra full moon. If you are a Virgo rising, that could be your second house of abundance, right? Material, safety, security, and all the things. All right, we had Cancer energy fall out. It says, well, the Chariot card rather, so take that for what it is. Charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused. All right, so are you working towards building something for your family? Have you been hard at work, right? Trying to maybe secure your future or, break patterns from the past, right? Break away from, ancestral karma from the past. We had all that energy in Aries recently. We had a lot of energy in Pisces over the past few years, which would be across the hall in your seventh house if you are a Virgo rising. Okay, so that's going to be committed partnerships. That's going to be business partnerships, dealings with clients, any committed relationships. And so you might have seen some things that you needed to see about the people that you work with and the people that you partner with. And as that energy moves into now Aries, your potential eighth house, right? That's transformation energy. And, the eighth house could be inheritance. So spiritual inheritance, material inheritance. So some themes around that. All right. So as I continued, this is like half the deck. So I'm not sure that we'll take all of these, but we have luck. We have wish. We have key. You're unlocking, right? You're unlocking luck and your access to your wish. Yeah. And now Aries energy, right? Saturn in Aries, Phoenix rising, transformation, fire, let go, eagle energy, time to soar, closing the chapter so that you can actually reach your goals. Yeah, you're definitely breaking away from a lot of really karmic ties. You've had to learn some really hard lessons, I think, in that seventh house energy over the past few years. And now you are really renewing your vitality and how you show up. So charge forward. Perhaps a lot of this will really manifest and you'll start to see it more clearly by Cancer season. So that's really not that far away, Virgo, right? And just keep your head down and trust the process because, everything that you've been going through for the past few years, if it's been difficult, has been for you and in your best interest. And now it's time to really reap the benefits of the hard work that you've put in, your identification of relationships and partners that you might need to release so that you can truly step forward, right? And, not have to carry so much baggage around. Yeah, warrior spirit, stand your ground. You're being asked to stand up for your beliefs and what you believe in, the people you believe in, the path you want to follow. Stand your ground. Be strong. 20 energy. Choices. Yeah. Now we have sneaky person popped out. You still have some people in your energy here that are trying to pull on your energy. So be aware of that, right? People, I think there's so many crossroads happening right now, and people are kind of deciding, hey, what path am I going to follow? It feels big, right? With the technology and everything that's happening in the economy and globally around us, right? It's like, which way do I want to go? What side of the fence am I on? People are kind of being asked to really examine their belief systems right now, and kind of, get comfortable with their moral codes, and stand their ground, because sneaky people are going to want to pull as many people back down into a lower vibration, right? Especially if there's been a power imbalance historically in some of these relationships. Maybe you have, a father wound in that fourth house, where you really, you weren't protected or taken care of or stood up for, right? And that has wounded you in such a way that you've kind of stifled your own growth, right? These are things that I think that you've been healing and you've been doing a lot of good work around, but just understand that, there's going to be a test, right? So as Saturn and Neptune and all of these planets, I think Mars is going to be in Aries around April 9th, so in just a few days, right? There's going to be some volatility, some shakeup. You're going to need to stand up for yourself, because sneaky people are definitely going to try and pull you back away from the path that you've been working towards. And try not to get over your skis in terms of how you react and the energy in which you react with, right? Patience is key. We continue to learn that, the shortcuts there's plenty of challenges on the road that presents as a shortcut. You may feel like it's, a quicker path, more instant gratification, but there's usually something, there's usually a trade-off by taking that path or, following that decision. So have patience. That'll help you ground as you, hit whatever choice point, opportunity. You might have folks appearing from the past trying to collaborate with you. There might be a love interest that shows up again that kind of triggers some of your wounding, right? That's that sneaky person energy. That's that, hey, is there something in the way in which I can connect with you that's going to pull you back down to this lower frequency so I can feel good about myself? So be on the lookout for some of that. You're ready to roll though, right? So you're showing up as the Knight of Swords. You have been sitting and sitting and sitting and working and working and working, and you're over it. You want to get moving, and I can appreciate that. I think, a lot of people do. I think a lot of people who have been, in this Piscean, Saturnian energy, they've been, doing the inner work, they've been looking inside, and now it's just like, it's springtime in the Northern Hemisphere. We want to get out there and start to make progress. So you have clear, sharp sight. You believe in your new vision. You want to pursue it. You want to take swift action. But there's always the caution, right? Don't get over your skis. So let's see what else we have here. In terms of your opportunity, we have the Three of Wands. So it's really, having that patience, because whatever you've been working towards, whatever you've been looking to manifest is coming in, right? You just don't self-sabotage, and don't try not to self-sabotage yourself and get into a place where you block your manifestation in some way, because you've gotten bogged down in sort of the old school mentality, right? Some of the drama, some of the negative energy that you used to find yourself in. It feels comfortable. So it's very, if everything new around you feels uncomfortable, sometimes the old negative energy can allure you because it's so familiar. The challenge is the Ace of Wands, right? And so this is that spark of creativity. So this to me says, will you see it for what it is? Will you? So if you're trying to understand the who's who, right, in the story, if you're worried about the sneaky person approaching and you're trying to be, very cool and calm and collected and try to assess the situation, I think the challenge is that you might overthink or not trust in the new path, the new inspired pathway for you. So this is, you really need to go within. You really need to feel your way through this situation, Virgo. This isn't necessarily going to be an exclusively cerebral event for you. And so I think that's part of the message is sort of trust your feelings, trust your intuition, go within and see things through a new perspective, right? Try to look at maybe what seems like a small offer through a new lens. Get curious about it because, again, we don't want the fast track to success. We want to set up the foundation for long-term success, which definitely caters to your vibe. I just think that maybe you've been frustrated with the delays, and there could be more. There could be a little bit more delays with this the hanged one energy. You might, you might even find yourself a little blocked. And if you do find yourself blocked, understand that that might be simply a divine detour in the moment. Yeah, if you come in a little too hot and a little too Knight of Swords, right? Spirit and your guides might kind of pump the brakes for you so that you don't, because you're protected, right? These are tests that are here to guide you and move you forward on your path. And listen, if you do get blocked, if you do get delayed, that's just merely an opportunity for you to pump the brakes and say, hey, where did I go wrong? What didn't I see here? I need to take a closer look. There's something that's not abundantly obvious to me. In terms of what you don't see coming, you have the Strength card. So this could be a Leo coming in to partner with you. This could be your own creativity that maybe you don't give yourself enough credit for. You might find that, hey, you have a lot more visionary and exciting and playful ideas than you tend to give yourself credit for. And it could also be Leo time, right? So we have the Chariot and the Cancer energy here. This is really signaling, hey, stay the course, have that patience, because things are definitely going to shift and begin moving for you this summer. And I think that's true of everybody, right? That is just, we've got the North Node moving in the summer. And I just think at large, there's a shift happening for all of us right now. And it's, taking center stage come summertime. All right. So in terms of your advice, we have the Sun. So again, Leo, 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 follow your joy. Yep. 6 of Cups, nostalgia. This is also your own inner child. So that playful, that joy energy, right? Channel that, trust that. Maybe you've been working so hard and you've become so, I don't know, comfortable in the mundane, right? Sometimes with Virgo, I feel like a comfortable Excel spreadsheet. It's reliable. I know what it's here to do. It's got function. It's got purpose, but it's not really sexy. It's not necessarily inspired. And so you're being asked to lean into some of that inspiration and joy. Yeah. Now, Virgo, one thing to note is if you are a Virgo rising, right, your 12th house and or 11th house, depending on how your chart sits, but this energy of Leo could very much sit in your 11th and 12th house. And so your 11th house rules extended networks, connections, hopes, dreams, wishes, right? So you're being asked to really get clear on that, because you're going through this transformation energy. You're going through the fire to get to the goal. And so if you've been dreaming too small, you're going to be pushed. You're going to be pushed. If your dream's too small, there's going to be a delay in the manifestation, because you should be asking for more. Your wish should be in alignment with your potential, right? And so again, if your inspiration is stifled, if this is the challenge energy, if your inspiration is stifled, Spirit's going to put you in a little timeout so that you can see, like, hey, why is that it? Why do I think that's the only thing for me? Why don't I believe in myself? Why don't I want more? Why am I complacent in my tabular Excel spreadsheet when the world of, automation is available to me, right? Dream outside the box. Get outside the box. All right, so a little tangent there. You're definitely ready to put down some of the burdens. I think, yeah, Virgo, you've just been reliable. You're trustworthy. You always show up. You always get the job done. Yeah, and that might have been something that's been imprinted upon you since childhood, right? This is what we value. This is what gives you value, is being reliable. But you get to redefine that, Your value is not tied to, your reliability in a certain partnership or in a certain, relationship, either platonic, business, or otherwise. It's definitely time to learn something new. Shake off the cobwebs. Everybody has an opportunity to learn something new, right? I think this is the high vibration of all the technology, right? We have North Node in Aquarius, or moving into Aquarius. We have Pluto, that's been in Aquarius now. Aquarius is about the collective. It's about technology and advancements and revolution. But we just want to do it from a high vibration place, right? Not out of greed, not out of, a desire for control or power. Those systems are falling away. Those are the systems that are being challenged and getting blown up right now, right? So this is your opportunity on this path to reach those new goals, to learn something new that's going to get you there. It's going to be very healing. It's going to bring you peace of mind, right? If you've been ruminating, or if you've not trusted those around you, that's going to go away, because you're definitely going to find a better vibe, a better tribe with a better vibe, and it's wish granted, right? So you have this affirmation that wish, wish, wish is here. You need to first understand what your wish is, because it wants to come in for you. And go big, get specific. It's okay, right? And if that's part of your problem, right, what belief system has driven, right, from childhood likely, that maybe you're not worthy of having the wish as big as you want it, with that Libra full moon energy potentially in your second house of self-worth, right? That's what we are here to shed right now. This full moon energy, blow it out. Let's go. You're done. All right, so you have the Hermit and the Devil. So you're setting yourself free from that devil energy, and you are going within to light your new path forward, Virgo. Good for you. I mean, is that not a wonderful ending to this chapter? You've learned so much in this chapter of your life, and you've collected so much wisdom, and you've become so grounded. It's been hard too, right? That devil energy, you've been kind of dragged. It's possible that you've been really dragged. But because of that, now you can fully appreciate the manifestation of your wish when it comes in. And I think that's really special. All right, Virgo, hopefully there was something in there for you. Hopefully that gives you a little peace of mind, or a little direction, a little confidence. to keep moving forward. Lot of energy, so much energy. You're definitely at the end of a cycle. It's definitely time to close up, right? Any karmic lessons you have with partners or people around you, and to move forward and claim, right, that transformation and that inheritance, whether it be material. It seems like it could be, right, with this gold and these gold coins, there could be absolutely material abundance here, but even if it's not, right, spiritual abundance. You're transforming into somebody brand new, somebody self-assured, somebody strong, somebody who understands and celebrates their creativity. So get after it. All right, let's go ahead and, well, we have a few that wanted to show themselves. So let's go ahead and see who your guardian angels are. You have the angel of happiness and the angel of learning. I mean, how beautiful is that, Virgo, really? I feel called to read the angel of happiness for you, simply because of all of the energy of joy in here. So let's go ahead and send you away with the angel of happiness here today. And I'll leave you with this. You are happy, loving, abundant, a spiritual being who has the ability to share your happiness with others. You have received this card because your angel of happiness wants you to know that you can and will return to your natural state of happiness. Happiness is a natural state of being that we take for granted at times. Do you remember as a child how happy you once felt? Smiling and laughing was an everyday occurrence that was a very prominent part of your life. As we grow into adulthood, we can sometimes forget to see the happiness is still within us and around us. It is only when we stop, become still, and focus our attention on what creates happiness in our life that we realize that we have been focusing on the wrong thing. Your angel of happiness wants to help you see that there is an abundance of happiness just waiting to put a smile back on your face. On the other hand, do you have a friend who is always unhappy and lost their direction in life? Your angel of happiness wants to accompany you while you show others around you how to get their happiness back. Smiling is the first step to opening the soul to happiness. Laughter is the second step to happiness. Make it your journey from this day forward to remind yourself each day what it makes you happy. Remember to smile at your friends and strangers. Sharing happiness with yourself and others is the beginning of returning to your natural state of happiness. And your affirmation for today is, I am happy and at peace with myself. I allow my angel of happiness to accompany me along this journey so that we can share smiles and happiness with others. Well, I love that. I love that. As represented by the cards, we have your inner child, we have strength, we have the sun, we have the hermit. This is what you're here to do, Virgo. You're here to transmute the energy of burden and pain and responsibility and balance that out with joy and happiness. So I hope that resonated, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for being here.